Próbálnom kell még. Na. Még azt mondta, hogy már letöltötte és hogy játszatok.
Micsoda?
Nem tudom, már letöltötte és hogy játszatok.
Még a téveszték. Mindent meg kell várnod. Vagy játék? Élvezetes. Vannak kivágy, de... Még tök jó kis játék.
Az. Nem tudom, hol tart most így a dolog. Akkor így látok, hogy play game.
És nem tudod elkezdeni, vagy mi?
Nem tudom azt, hogy még várjak. Azért akartam látni, hogy akkor hol tartok. Letöltésben. Egy akkor... Azt képen nyilván egy kicsit. Ugye?
kellemetlen gyáva beszari vagyok, mi?
De kis neszre összerezzen.
Na, ki tudja, mit csinálsz, aztán arra kell figyelni. Nagyon köbe vagy néha.
Köbe?
Nagyon köbe. Köbe.
Köbe vagy.
Kávét akarunk inni? Igen, a continue-ra kell rámenni?
Na igen, mi mindig nem nézem.
16,68.
Na, halad. Amikor legutóbb néztem, még 4%-os volt. Kicsit lassan halad, de halad.
Itt van 4. Mutatja, hogy 35 perc. Hát rohadtul el van rejtve. Hát igen, szegény kotókának a... Ezek a mai technológiai újdonságok. Végül is. Igen. Ura. Hogy hallottam, érdekesek. Hágyikok. Ha mégis érdemes, hogy elég. Szavatni kell. De nem tudok beszélni, ha nem tudok hallani. Ha már a fájdalmat nem tudja azt, hogy Ja megy, kitalálom? Oké. A hét. Gyakorlom.
vissza hozzá.
Várok még akkor. Ha ez van benne, az biztos vagyok benne. Úgy kicsit ilyen mézes kalács illata van. Illata az a kicsit a mézes kalácsra emlékeztet.
Egész hatást írja, de...
Akkor több fűszer van benne. Még szegfű, meg ilyenek.
Nem, csak mézes kalács, még egy pici vanília.
Majd mézes kalács. De a süti feelingem van. Karácsonyi süti kávé.
Egy kis fűszeres kávé, de csak minimálisat tettem bele.
Épp, hogy legyen íze.
Még a júlatot ad neki. Mondom, most már spíkelem egy kicsit. Ezért nem vittem. Nem bonyolítottam nagyon túl.
Az inkább csak szaboljátok egyelőre. Az. Mondtam, hogy húszod lesz.
Innen kinézek, csak felhidlálok. Átszűrődött a napsugár. Még 3 perc. Egy igához még kell még 3 perc. Elértem ide.
Fokának is.
Így van. Jó. Hát bent vagyok nagy nehezen. Jó van. Amikor megy már egy ide a stream.
De mindjárt indítom.
Squeaky-kével voltam. 24-es szintű. The City and the Stars. Now that Phineas knows Minister Clark's been hoarding dimethyl sulfoxide in Byzantium, he just needs you to get to the city to steal it. Easy. Meet with Phineas's contact. Phineas is an associate who can help you locate Minister Clark. This person works at the Byzantium docks. Oké. Ez a main quest van. Itt ezek a DLC-s questek. Igen. Ez a legfelső volt most a alapstory quest. A DLC-s questeket azokat még hagytam és nem akartam még csinálni. Van a side quest. Weapons from the Void. Logs found in the captain's terminal on the unreliable mention finding a powerful weapon. Perhaps the Halcyon colony contains other weapons, which, like this one, push the boundaries of what science can achieve. It would be worthwhile to seek out these devices, these science weapons. És akkor már találtam egy csomót. Akkor, ami van még, acquire the science weapon on Monarch. A UDL datapad liberated from corporate petrol mansion research facility in the wilderness. Search the facility to see if it contains a science weapon. Ez Monarch kell van, jó. Faction quest. Ice Palace. Lilia Hagen has another lead on some valuable salvage and abandoned space station. She gave you an override bypass that should stake her claim over HRS 1084 as the rightful property of Sublight Salvage. Grant Sublight remote access to the station. The override cartridge will hand over control of the station systems to Sublight, legitimizing Lilia's claim over the salvage. Friendships do bring Felix to meet with Harlow. Felix wants to meet Harlow in person. Travel to his landing pad on Scylla to have a chat with him. Collect Starcross troopers. Nyoka is looking for some closure regarding her old team. The first stop is a grave where she personally buried a man named Hayes. Jó, és akkor Rebecca and Anders were hired to clear an infestation out of an expansion site for Edgewater, a species choice abandoned in Emerald Vale. Head there with Nyoka and see if they are still alive. We found Rebecca's remains and retrieved her medallion. We found Anderson's remains and retrieved her medallion. Nyoka believes the information broker can track down her lost friends. We found a medallion with the word Sharon on it. Yamako gave you directions to the spot on Monarch where she buried Hayes, member of her old crew. Collect 3 pheromone glands from pungent primals. The Montikin will only come out if it thinks a threat is invading its territory. A few primal glands will do the trick. Nuka suggested Scylla as prime hunting ground. Ezt jelöltem be legutóbb. Aha. Don't buy the sun. Parvati wants to surprise Junlei with a perfect date, and she needs your help to see it through. És kb. Segítettem neki. Give Parvati the food. Adtam neki ételt. Find sweetheart cakes. Buy. Now that you've squared away the final portion of Parvati's big date, you should let her know. Buy the Sulbek. Adtam casserole-t. Adtam sweetheart cake-et. És odaadtam Parvatinak. Vettem cleansing productot, és ezt is odaadtam neki. Aha. Szóval... Fancy clothes. But is feeling self-conscious about her attire. Help her find something with a little more flair. Celeste Jolicoeur's Haberdashery in Byzantium. Ez Byzantiumba kell. Oda még szerintem nagyon gyenge, de nem tudok még menni. The Empty Man. Vicar Max believes the book you retrieved for him in Emerald Vale holds the key to his enlightenment. He has requested your help in tracking down someone who can decipher its contents. Locate a security terminal on the Groundbreaker. Vicar Max wants to track down the scholar who told him about the banned journal of M. Bokonu in order to translate its writing. If the scholar has been through the Groundbreaker recently, Max thinks he can track him down by accessing a data cartridge from the terminal in the Groundbreaker's security office. Remove the data cartridge from the terminal. The terminal in the security office should provide a hacker of Max's skill level with access to the Groundbreaker's arrival and the partial shipping records. Odaadtam Vicarnak, igen. Vicar Max has tracked the scholar to a rented domicile in Fallbrook on Monarch. Take Max to visit Reginald Cheney and ask him about the banned journal. Search Reginald Cheney's domicile. The scholar Reginald Cheney isn't at home. But something in his domicile will provide an indication as to where he's gone. Reginald Cheney's domicile in Fallbrook indicate he's been panning gold from a river on the outskirts of town. Take Max to search for Reginald along the riverbed. Take Max to the hermit on Scylla. The scholar turned out to be someone else entirely, an ex-con Max met in prison. But Reginald, you were able to learn that the journal was originally the property of a philosophist who rusticates in a life of a hermitage on Scylla.
egy lépéssel.
Nem, most néztem át a dolgokat.
Átnéztem a dolgaidat, az inventorit, a quest logot, a nótokat, hogy minden van. Próbáltam egy kis robotot így gyakorolni, hogy működik.
Az lehet.
Irányítani kell. Nem annyira mélyen.
Hát és csak igazából ezt majd is be tudom állítani, hogy hogyan viselkedjen, hogy agresszívan, vagy passzív, vagy csak defenzív legyen. Igen. Meg nekem is. Ilyen vagyok felöltözve. Gondolom, egy... Nem tudom melyikkel. Igazániból.
Destination reached. Scylla.
A következő részben sokkal több fajta fegyver van. Eddig itt is jó fegyverek vannak.
Hát és azért, meg az elég sokféle van.
Nagyon sokkal bővítettek, még ilyen viccesebb fegyverek.
Oh.
Volt, hogy ezért nagyon meg kellett tanulni irányítani, célozni joystickkal. Amúgy ha beleszoksz, akkor annyira nem vészes.
Meg,
Elkezdted megszokni, akkor egész könnyen lehet már irányítani.
meg lehet szokni, de adnak általában aim assistot, aztán az a minimális általában elég segítség. Legalább arra felé néz automatikusan, mert az ellenfél van. Most halál pontosan. Igen. Ez... Kell mennem, ezekhez kell mennem, aha. Oké. Közelebb van, mint a többi. Vízre akart jönni? Az akkor Max, akkor itt kell, akkor Max kell, nekem Max, és Félix. Jó. Mindjárt visszamegyek. És Félix kell nekem.
That queen ain't gonna go down easy. I can't wait. What's up?
Félix. Félix most visszamehet, de... Hol kell Max? Félix a Csillanti Maxon, jó is kell.
Won't get any mercy from me. That's it. On it, Captain. Here we go. Don't mess with us! We can handle this. Here we go. Here's a little trick I learned in prison. Here we go. May the law have mercy on you. I won't. The strong survive and the weak perish.
What's up? Outstanding. These ought to be enough. Let's get back to Monarch. There's an old base I used to call home. I can get us in the door, but we'll have to shoot our way through the Queen's brood to get to the center. We'll set the bait there. Password to the door is Charon. Hayes' idea. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, Nyoka. Charon. He said it was some old myth. Something about death and all the things we killed. Rest of us just thought it sounded cool, so here we are.
Akkor Helixra.
Incoming! I'll take your confession now! Take cover! Go watch the field! That'll learn him! Knock him out! Everyone all right? Yeah, sure thing. Yes, I'll step lively.
What have the solar winds deposited on my doorstep now? Just more dirt and debris? Or do you actually believe you are here seeking the truth? I must admit, I tire of the truth seekers. Mayhaps you're here to rob me? That would be so much more exciting.
We've been told this was once yours. I believe the knowledge within here contains the answers I seek. Answers that will free men's minds from toil.
I can translate it, but it won't do you any good. I can see you are a man in a hurry, and the insights in that book would take you years of study to fully comprehend.
I have spent my life in contemplation. I believe my mind is prepared to receive the truth.
There is one way that can speed up the process. It involves a combination of several ingredients, some of which can be fatal. It is not for the faint of heart or the unprepared. And I believe he may be right. There is both violence and peace warring inside you, Max. This process would be extremely tenuous for one such as yourself.
I'm committed, no matter the cost.
No matter the cost. It's just drugs, Max. We ain't making you walk in front of a firing squad.
I'm in.
All right. Head on into the meditation room and partake of the sacramental incense. It's waiting on the table when you're ready to begin.
Io non te lo metto io.
Maximilian, why are you still doing this? You've been fighting against the world since before you left home. Haven't you figured out yet that the more you fight, the more pain you cause yourself?
Mother, you're dead. You can't be here. I knew this was too good to be true. These are just cheap hallucinogens that have... What's happening to my voice? Does my voice sound weird to you? And what's wrong with your face?
What's wrong, Max? Can't think straight? Now you know how I feel. Wait, forget I said that.
We are obviously the victims of a tasteless joke being perpetuated. Perpetrated? I mean, we're being made fools of, aren't we? When I get out of here, I'm going to show that hermit what you get for messing with me.
Maximilian, always ready to give up, to lash out, always searching for answers, but always in the wrong place, never looking inside himself.
You look inside yourself all the time, Max. Or with your head buried up your posterior.
Game of this review to at least get it out.
Thank you. It relieves me to see there's at least one positive influence in my son's life after all these years. Has he told you how he thoughtlessly abandoned us?
Thoughtlessly? How could you say that? I only wanted you and Father to be proud of me. I was going to be the perfect vessel. I was going to be a better... more full of the plan. This here, it's all coming out wrong. The plan, it filled you with a joy I could never feel. I wanted it. And being a laborer made me miserable. I was better than that.
You certainly convinced yourself you were. But don't feel bad. We continually lie to ourselves, weaving stories in a vain attempt to convince us that we are in control of anything. These stories are how we try to make sense of our lives, but they are not real, are they? They're just stories. You need to drop your story and see the truth.
I got your story right here.
I'm Vicar Max. I'm uptight. I love the church, and I'm a stooge for the board. And I don't understand that Felix is a genius.
It's easier said than
You want me to give my discipline? My control? Oh, but I can't. I can't. Without order, there is chaos.
You need to love the chaos, Maximilian. Let it envelop you. Take you where it will. Besides, you really have no choice anyway.
No, that's not true. The basis of everything is order, not chaos. It's true, I know it is. So did you. Why are you denying it? Before you died, the plan made you happy.
No, it didn't. I made myself happy. There's nothing holding you back but you. If you can't understand that, you will never understand anything. Goodbye, Maximilian.
This whole thing, it's just a farce, right? Just my own brain working against me? You couldn't be more right. Hello, Max. What? Who? Why do you look like me? Are you me? Not really. I'm who you think you are. I am disciplined, controlled. I have no doubts. And I don't exist. Yet you have judged yourself against me your whole life. Why? Why do you berate yourself for not being me?
Yeah, Max? Why do you do that?
shouldn't. He's a better man than he gives himself credit for.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, Captain, but I don't know. Is it wrong to try to be a gooder, better person than I am? But that's not what you're doing, is it? You're desperately trying to find a story to organize reality in your head. A story to control everything. A new story of the happy you. The contented you. Me. That's not... It can't be right. I've only been searching for the answer to the equation. Because it will set us free. Won't it? How? By removing the need to make any decision. To have your life completely controlled. The illusion of certainty. Your obsession allowed you to avoid the real question. Who are you? I'm Max. Me! I'm real. You can't convince me otherwise. Please don't convince me I'm not. The concept of Max is what's not real. By the architect. Architect? How could I have believed in an architect? That's ridiculous. I must be losing my mind completely. What you're saying almost makes sense. We exist inside our thoughts, thinking we're in control. That's it, isn't it? We have no control over anything. It's all lies. How could I not have seen this? But how do we escape ourselves?
Refuse to know this, but who's about this?
I see you're back with us. Feared we lost you there. Never seen anyone pass out yet stay upright before. I woke up. The illusions I built for myself just fell away. I'm no longer interpreting, I'm experiencing. Everything is perfect. In a way. Perhaps it's more accurate to say I was asking the wrong questions. I understand so much more now. I see it all. All there is to be experienced, to be lived. Of course there is pain and loss, but the suffering is caused by trying to control reality. Clinging to the way you want things to be, not enjoying the way they are.
To that. You seem happy. Listen up
I am content. I've finally found what I was looking for, even though I was looking for the wrong thing.
Anything for a friend, Trufa. Finish the companion's quest line. Okay. Tuned in perk. More info. Tuned in. Increase the duration of effects when taking drugs.
So, have you found your answers?
Not so much found as finally listened.
Yes, it is quite the convoluted maze we build for ourselves. How right you are. Words are overrated.
Tired of old talking. What do you think?
I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like. Something vexing you, Captain? I wouldn't say my parents disowned me, strictly speaking. But before they died, they accused me of thoughtlessly abandoning them. I couldn't understand it. I was only trying to make them proud by becoming a better vessel for the plan, to feel the joy they felt. I was so certain my potential was wasted as a laborer, and was willing to risk everything just to prove to them that they were wrong. I was lost, misguided. Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
Ja, akartam még valamit csinálni. Elfelejtettem.
Mi van, gyermekem? mondd el, hogy utána mit csinálsz. Ja, mert este azt tesszük, beszéltük, igen. Jogos. Már kiment a fejemből, egyáltalán beszéltünk róla. Igen. egészségtelen szénsavas hideg lütyivel felfrissítsük bimbóinkat.
Nem számítson. A bimbómat fullába tenni.
Micsoda bimbóidra gondoltam? Rossz az, aki rosszra gondol.
Azt nem bánom, azért. Valamit itt el, nem arra van szó.
Gyalázva. Hátsóra ráadásul. Ez egy full dobozos kóla amúgy. Ez a pohár.
Igen, ez egyben ledöntöd.
Nem tudom, aki sose jó. Csinálsz.
Megeszem a leves paradicsomot.
Látod a rossz szalló. A rossz szalló, ó persze nyilván egy fénysugár az is egy irányba megy. Sötétség gyermekei vagyunk. Tessék?
A muszáj.
Muszáj sajnos. Nem tudunk mit tenni.
Hey, you. Looking for something? Where do you think you're going?
Felix, Willstone's with me. Clyde Harlow's expecting.
Yeah. The captain said we might be getting a new recruit. That you, then?
Sounds like Clyde's jumping to conclusions, but yeah, I'm Felix.
You're on a first-name basis with Captain Harlow, huh? All right, go on through. Got my sights on you.
That machine stole my phone. Why do we even have one of these?
Simogatok YouTube? Yep. Big makeup. I think this is the front door already.
Well, hey there, Hullhead. Clawed your way out of the groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see, or a you've aged, old man?
I
I thought you were dead. Or throwing yourself against the walls of some re-education center. It's been 5 years, Clyde. The best thing you can say is, hey there, Hullhead?
No, Felix. The best thing I can say to you is yet to come. Also, I'd like to have a word with your captain. So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong.
Felix will always have a place in this crew. He's family to us now.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy. I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative. I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy, that one day, he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix. But neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Change is not to be feared. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him. Everyone in my crew proves their loyalty. No exceptions. Not even Felix. I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely. Ratted us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the Groundbreaker last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
Kill the guy by that name.
Is that right? Well then, suppose that changes things. Trask betrays my crew and by pure happenstance crosses orbits with you. The universe has a strange sense of irony. I don't see the point in testing Felix any further. If he's willing, there's a place for him in my crew.
I don't know about this, boss. You've been real good to me. I'm not too keen on jumping ship. Yeah. Okay. I had a good time, you know. Saw the system, got in a couple scrapes. Which is why I'm staying. You were good to me, Clyde, once upon a day. But you disappeared on me, and I've moved on.
Are you sure about this, Felix? I'm not giving you a second chance. Turn me down now, and you're not getting back in my crew.
You can keep your crew. I've got a family.
Then I suppose there's nothing more left to be said. Goodbye, Captain. I doubt we'll cross orbits again. Take good care of Felix, Captain.
What do you got there? Is that a scrap of Ellie's jacket in your midst, Sam? Evening, Captain. Or is it afternoon? I don't know how long I've been up here. You think I could hire myself out to ships in need someday? Be my own mechanic, like how Ellie's her own doctor? I wonder sometimes.
We need to talk. Listen, boss. I owe you an apology. I got stupid. Clyde wanted me on his crew, and I jumped at the shot. You took a chance with me back on the Groundbreaker. I should have shown you a little more loyalty.
I know this is important to you.
Nah, Clyde wasn't important. Knowing you can count on me, that's important. There was something else on my mind, honestly. I've been trying to make sense of all this business with Clyde and Trask. Something about this whole affair leaves a bitter taste. The Clyde I knew wouldn't use his friends. Would he? So that's all I was to Clyde, huh? A disposable gun hand. You've given me a lot to think about. I'm gonna be mulling over this whole mess for a couple of days. Part of me wishes Trask was still around, just so I could shake some more answers out of him. Thanks for your time, boss.
Yeah. Ja, ez is megvan. Oké. Mana, igen, és kell bizonyítjúban ruhát venni. Jó.
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged. What's occupying your thoughts?
évelején játszottam vele. Január 4-én, wow. Oké.